Obviously, paint is made up with different textures and different colors, giving an immense number of permutations of what's likely to be required. As a batch of a certain color and finish is required, the correct quantities of the various pigments are weighed out and taken across to the milling plant. This is where the paint is really made. Here, the vehicle and the pigment will be mixed to form paint base. The mill is filled from the top. Firstly, the correct quantities of the pigments are tipped in through the hopper. Then the measured amount of vehicle is drawn off and run in. By careful adjustment of these quantities, the varying finishes are obtained. Each particle of pigment must be completely coated with vehicle to give a lasting finish, and a durable one. The dispersion of the pigment into the vehicle is carried as the mill, which is half filled with steel balls, rotates. In the ball mill, we have mixed our pigments with a relatively small quantity of vehicle into this stiff paint base. This is now taken in these tanks and put into these large mixers, where more vehicle, thinner and drier, are added. The whole mixture will be kept in constant movement by huge revolving paddles. Now the paint is nearing its completed state, but one very important step must still be taken. When you go to buy your tin of paint, you not only expect to have the color that you order, but you want to know that it'll match what you bought several months ago. Samples of the paint are taken to the laboratory and applied to a test panel in exactly the same manner in which the paints will finally be used. That is, if it's a brushing paint, it'll be brushed on. If it's a spraying paint, it'll be sprayed on. If it's to be put on over a certain undercoating, that is the manner in which it'll be applied on the test panel. This test panel will be compared under a standard light source against the master panel for that color. Then small quantities of stainer are added to the mix to correct any slight discrepancy. When the stainers are thoroughly mixed, further samples are taken until finally a test panel is obtained which matches in every way to the standard.